spawning here in the bottom right for Team UnRivaled. He could clinch the week for them. There's a Protest player in blue with RamenNinja. And his opponent up in the top left from Team CTL6, former admin of the CTL. He's now just a player. I think this is the first. I think this might be the first season he's actually like actively played since maybe season 1 or 2. So it's really cool to see him playing again. He is another British player. It is our Zerg RoboBoogie. Just thank you, Maha, in chat. That's all you need to go. Just go there, chobateamleague.com, or what he linked. Sign up. Always accepting more players. Just put an application in. We'll get that sorted out eventually. Whenever it is possible. Shouldn't take too long to get an application processed. Anyway. Focusing on the game, Robo does need to win this match, as I said, in order to keep the week actually alive for CTL6. Otherwise, they will fall to UnRivaled. Currently at the juncture of this game, UnRivaled is 4-0, and CTL6 is 2-2 in Group A. So both teams, and UnRivaled in a very good spot to make playoffs, and CT6 definitely needs to finish out this season strong in order to make the playoffs. So a loss could be very detrimental to their attempts to get into the playoffs. But yeah, so a very important match for both teams. I mean, at this stage of the season, every matchup is pretty much extremely important. Actually, pretty much every matchup the entire season is important, just because of how short the season is this season, only 7 weeks. So losing 3 games, and there's a really good chance, or losing 3 weeks, there's a really good chance you don't make the playoffs. So this week, a very important week. Week 6 and week 7, of course, also very important. We'll see how these teams do. But Ramen going for a Nexus first here after dancing around denying this hatchery for a while. It was a hatch first into pool into gas here for Robo. So both players focusing on their macro builds, at least early on in this game. Ramen adding up his forge. He's going to be a gateway. There we go. Gate coming up as well. This is kind of an annoying map to actually wall off on. This is one way to do it, I suppose. A little bit too much surface area on a pylon, though. I'm pretty sure you can make what's the word I'm looking for? Make a cyber core over here, and have a 1 hex between the rocks and the cyber core. Not have to deal with getting a pylon attacked. A little stronger wall, but again, I am terrible at walling off this Protoss, so I can't really talk much. 4 lings in production here for RoboBoogie. He's going to be able to get to speed very, very quickly, actually, which is nice. I'm going to take map control, make sure he's not going to get surprised with anything out in the map in the middle of nowhere. Wants to know what's going on. And yes, Robo was a former Guns N' Roses member. I think he was one of the former captains. Not necessarily certain about that. He has been a Guns N' Roses since the beginning. Robo was one of the founding members of the CTL. And he was an admin for a few seasons as well. And mostly he's been on Guns N' Roses, but been inactive as a player. Joined CT6, the EU squad, so you can actually play with people who are on in the same time zone as him. A little bit of a nice thing there, but he's got 4 lings popping in now. Zealot isn't going to be finishing up. He doesn't want to lose that, but Link can sit here and poke at the forge, can sit here and poke at all these buildings, and it can be really annoying because there's no cannon up. If you find yourself in this situation where there's nothing but a Zealot, just go poke. It's really annoying for a protest to deal with. They have to do something. They have to respond somehow. There's a chance you get in with those lings. Get in, go kill a probe or 2. See what happens. RamenNinja going to be going for a Stargate behind all of this. It's going to work out pretty nicely because there's not going to have vision from RoboBoogie for a while here. He is going for his own 3rd hatchery, which is blindly pretty much the best decision you can make there. You see Stargate, just make more drones. You're not going to be able to attack very quickly, usually. So, my mouse is unhappy. That was the worst bit of observing. Let's move slowly across the screen. Yeah. I need to clean my desk. I don't use a mouse pad, and that's a bit of an issue. There's a cannon now, so this ling will get pushed back. We do have Phoenix in production now for RamenNinja, so he's going to be able to clear up all the overloads that are out on the map. Not too many, though. There's only a single one over on the right side. There's one on the left as well, but If you get to like 3 or 4 Phoenix before they are scouted out, you can pop in and take out a queen, or 2, or 3, or there's no third queen. I was gonna say 3 queens, but there's no third queen, so never mind. Layer on the way, Roach 1 on the way for RoboBoogie. And still only on the single gas, so heavily focused into that drone production. He's already up, well, he's only up to 34, but he does have 3 hatcheries now, so he's going to be able to ramp that up pretty quickly here. There we go, 40 to 40 workers apiece. Phoenix is, where'd you go? Phoenix is just kind of chilling out right now. Doesn't want to show those before he's ready to. There we go. Third one in production. He's going to fly into this overload, however. This overload does see he sees this probe here, actually, so that's kind of funny. I don't think the probe sees the overload, though. No, the probe does see the overload, so Phoenix can ignore those, but he's going to walk over a ling, so RoboBoogie does know this exists now. Whether or not he was able to see that on the minimap, it can be really difficult to notice things on the minimap when you're focusing elsewhere. I think at the time that happened, Robo was making some gases in each of his bases. He's got Evo Chambers coming up, finishing up his layer just finished. He had to get speed for his roaches, so he may not have seen it, but he definitely sees it now because he just lost an overlord. So he will be able to start making spore collars on the way at each base. 1, 2, 3 spore collars, 1 in each base. And Phoenix is just going to be scouting around trying to pick off what overlords they can, but there's not really many on the map right now for RoboBoogie. So kind of a nice little win, but he is going to lose a couple more at least. This one's going to go kaput pretty soon. This overlord probably will get caught out. And then these that are kind of in between bases may get caught as well. And if those Phoenix do happen to swing all the way around, there's a few overlords up top. Which can be a rough situation. But 8 overlords were in production there, so RoboBoogie, he is not going to get supply blocks. This is not going to happen. He's not going to let that happen. Spore Car going to be able to take care of these Phoenix. Actually, okay, he's moved a little bit too forward with that Phoenix that was picking up, so he's going to lose that one. Queen will survive, as he knows there he goes. He does pick it up, so he will kill that queen eventually. We'll kill a okay, he's just going to try to go for queens, it seems. Well, he's just a little indecisive, trying to figure out a way he can get in here. Hydrogen is about to finish up. He's running over Spore Collar once again. Takes a little bit of a damage there. Not a huge deal. We do have Colossus on the well. Colossus production will be starting eventually. Making these early Phoenix kind of forces your opponent to go for Hydralisk, and he saw the Hydrogen, so going immediately into Colossus. Good decision there by RamenNinja, but he still is without third base. There he goes. He's moving out to take his third Nexus now. But it's going to take a while for that to get up, and if RoboBoogie decides to start flooding units, there's not a whole lot of units actually out on the map right now for RamenNinja. What does he have? He's got those Phoenix. He's got 4 Phoenix, yeah, but he's got 2 Sentries and a Zealot. Otherwise, so a nice flood of just units from RoboBoogie will be an absolute just crushing of RamenNinja if that does happen. RoboBay is finished now, so he can start that production of Colossus. He's actually making some extra gateways in the main base rather than making it to help wall off with this third, but should be okay. He's making a cannon. He's going to make a couple. He needs to make 3 more gateways near the third as well, so he will wall in this cannon. Be nice and safe there, but again, just kind of waiting for this flood of units to come from Robo. He's got this 3 base saturation. He doesn't really need to take a 4th base. He can start putting on some pressure to his opponent. He's got 1-1 finishing up here in just a second. He's got +2 already started for the attack at least. I think he has Hydra speed. Yeah, he's got Hydra speed. He's got Roach speed as well, so he's moving it across the map very quickly. With such a small army and just only sentries, really not going to cut it too well. We do have a single Colossus in production. He's got range on the way for that as well, and a Void Ray is going to help out, but still, that's a lot of units. It's a lot of units, and if he catches all these Phoenix out, that's going to be a bit of an issue as well. Phoenix will be able to help pick up some of the Hydralisks, but not if they get caught in the middle and just die off. Robo Smiley is not attacking until he gets close to it. Oh, just barely gets it away. Phoenix will survive, but RamenNinja is now going to be kind of in oh crap mode because he doesn't have much of an army. His third base is going to be under fire. He does have energy. No, he doesn't have energy for an overcharge, actually. I guess that Mushroom Core came in very late. That means there's only really this cannon here to defend. He's got the 1 Colossus, and he's got a few more units beyond that, but really there's just so little out on the map right now for RamenNinja. More and more units can be streaming across the map here for a Zerg player. They're slowly streaming, I should say. I guess they didn't have speed to get the range, I'm not even sure. Kevin goes down. This Nexus is likely going to go down as well. So, Ramen is going to go for this. No force fields coming down at all just yet. Okay, there's some force fields, a couple of them overlapping. He's going to push back most of his army, but his Nexus is still under fire. He could just focus at Nexus and try to walk away from this if he wants to, but he doesn't even need to. Colossus goes down. There's nothing but a bunch of sentries with a lot of energy, and sentries with energy, you know, they still don't do much damage. And that is going to spell the doom, it seems, for RamenNinja. He does have one Colossus left over in his main base. I think he lost the Mothership Core as well. Yeah, he lost the Mothership Core, and there's still so much army here. They've got +2 attack. He's about to have +2 characters finished up as well. There's a Colossus. That's nice. But there's no freaking way RamenNinja's going to be able to take a third base for a very long time. He's got a probe on the map. You could sneak a third base in over here somehow. But it's not going to matter. It's probably not going to matter. Infestation Pit on the way. Melee attacks actually on the way. Well, he's an F5. May as well get it, I suppose. He's about to be maxed out on his army. He's not going to be using much else. He's just starting to bank up. He's going to want to take a 4th and 5th base, I assume, somewhat soon. So he can continue this kind of crazy production, but he's probably just content to push on in whenever he wants. He doesn't want to throw it away. It is 2 Colossus. There are some force fields. You don't want to throw away this game, especially when it matters as much as it does for this week. He's just going to back off. Oh, why are you backing off? That is so unnecessary. That's going to be just, that's got to make Ramen very happy. He's like, oh, hey, you went away. I can go take a third now. I can go take a third now. Not sure what this is about. Making more pounds. There he goes. Gotta make a Nexus once more. But hatcheries coming in around the map. 2, 3 hatcheries being made. He's gonna make a 4th. No. 3 more hatcheries coming in. No macro hatcheries. Do have a hive on the way, so 3-3 can happen. Is he gonna get? He's actually going for pathogen glands, so he can get up some infestors. He's got a spire on the way as well to deal with the Colossus, deal with the Void Rays, and even he could actually just switch into Mutas if he really wanted to. Go like Mutilating Ultra or something crazy like that after all of this, but doesn't necessarily need to. There is a Stargate available, so Phoenix production can happen pretty quickly, but still. The Remax potential is there for our Zerg players, not really there for RamenNinja. I keep getting him already far zoomed out, so I can't zoom out any further, but I keep trying to. Robo's army going to walk into the third base once again, snipe that off. That gets canceled. Everything gets canceled. Once again, Ramen's going to have to try to defend somehow. He's got to get him in a force field, so he could. Well, if he chops this army up perfectly, he's got a really good chance of killing it. It's a it's a pretty beefy army. 3 Colossus right now. It doesn't have. Well, he got 2-2. He's got 2-2. Oh, the army's running directly into all this. A couple force fields actually not really helping anything at all. That didn't work. Well, that was a good idea, but not really what he wanted there. Colossus are under fire now. These Zealots do have charge. They are upgraded very nicely, but Colossus with no protection, those are going to die off pretty quickly. Last Colossus is going to fall. Last Void Ray falls as well. Nothing but a few Zealots left over. 11 Hydras, 21 Roaches, a greater Spire in production for RoboBoogie, leaving nothing to chance. And he's still not going to go kill RamenNinja. He's going to wait for his reinforcements to walk in, I suppose. And once he gets his reinforcements, he will just destroy his opponent. And it's gonna be kind of gross. 2-2 is finished up. 3, well, +3 attack is on the way so far. We have 1 Infestor in production. He's pretty maxed out, so we can't really make too much right now. We have 2 Phoenix and 7 Zealots. Not going to do too much against this army. 120 army supply versus 20. Yeah. Just walk in. It's okay. He doesn't know he's just ahead. Yeah, there's a possibility that he got a hidden base over here. He just has a couple lings over here. He got a couple lings at this area as well, so he does know there's no hidden base at these 2 locations at least. So he should feel pretty confident in going ahead and going in there. Last 3 force fields do go down. Colossus gets a little bit caught out there, dances around, and RamenNinja will call GG. RoboBoogie will even up the series here. It's going to be 4-4. Going to stick around and kill some more units, it seems. Wait. There we go. There we go. Stuck around and killed a couple more units. There you have it. 4-4, evened up, all tied up. Going into the A set will be, it's going to live up to his name.